Hey, what's up, guys? Digital Contractor here. Aaron has been a client of mine since what, January?
Yeah.
Yeah, so going on 10 months, right?
Yeah.
Holy crap, dude.
I don't know.
It's been crazy.
It's been a ride.
Dude, what if you don't mind, explain to these guys like what your experience has been and like where you were.
Okay.
I have yet to do any like video testimonial with you, so it'd be kind of cool to get your thoughts on everything.
Okay. Well, with me personally, what I've been doing is, so before Dakota, before I worked with the digital contractor, me personally, man, I did all the radio advertising, the TV advertising. I had companies that said that they could do Facebook, that they could do Google. Basically, I was putting out so much money. I was just almost breaking even in my business, kind of just staying afloat. So I was working with Home Advisor. I was working with Angie's List. I was working with Yelp. Everyone knows the nightmare with Yelp. All these different companies, Dex YP. So basically, I've done everything that everybody else has done or tried.
Yeah, Grant Cardone.
I did Grant Cardone.
Yeah.
So that was a nightmare. I mean, that was an honest to God nightmare. And then stopping working with them was a nightmare as well. So it's like, they don't make it easy. It's very easy to take your money and not give you results. And when you see not receiving results and you want your money back or you want to stop working with them, they make it very difficult. So
yeah,
that's where I was. I wasn't making much profit. It was all about just staying afloat for my employees and my business to even just stay open. And then I gave the digital contractor a shot.
Yeah, it was like that point in time too. That was like you were super slow. You didn't really expect much because of how it's usually something you're used to is being slow around January, February.
December,
like
January, February, with the holidays, everything going on. I was expecting a slow period.
Yeah.
That's when I was expecting it.
That's when everything took off.
That's when everything took off.
Yeah.
I got introduced to the digital contractor. Me personally, after Grant Cardone, who's considered the guru of doing this and marketing and business and real estate and all this other stuff, I was hard pressed to give somebody else a shot. But when I was talking with you on the phone, and then we Skyped, but when I was talking with you, you were saying stuff that was different than anybody else.
It's really hard for people to actually understand what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That's like my biggest problem is like, I'm not like that young, but I mean, I'm 28 years old. So like I'm coming in like with a whole digital technological background.
Yeah.
I also have construction in my, blood too. I mean, I've been doing exterior construction since 14 years old, but it's really crazy because I'm coming in with this whole new thing that a lot of people don't understand. And traditional marketing has been like, you set up like an ad and you set up a page and then you wait for the phone to ring.
Right.
And that's how like most people set it up now. Like even like dude, Hebrew, like I'm taking clients from everybody and it's been crazy because they're not like we had a client that was spending 10 grand a month and not getting any results. Those guys are so happy right now with what we've done for them. It's been crazy. It's just insane. And again, a lot of people just don't understand the technological part of this. And it's not really your guys' job to understand it. That's the thing. I wanted to teach you guys how to do it.
Which you were doing.
I was trying.
Which you were doing.
But it's just too complicated, man. You're talking about text bots, voicemail bots, you're talking about and you gotta understand too, it's not just like here's the bots and this is what they do. It's configuring them all to work in a uniform, like well-oiled machine type of way. Like just like how you work with your employees and your customers and you have your systems, and same thing with we're building an automated tech side that just is unbelievable. And most companies that actually do like that actually get the stuff that we do are usually like Walmart, Apple, like big corporations. But one of the things that I figured out how to do was how did Home Advisor, how did these big companies do this? How did they do it so where it was so cheap? Mm-hmm. And I spent myself, personally, I spent over 120 grand learning exactly what that was. And I also spent 2 years doing, like experimenting on my own company to figure it out. And that's what makes everything, you know, that's what makes it different. And so when you go to explain it to people, I get frustrated, dude, because like, first of all, I'm in my 20s, so I know everything.
Right. I know I'm 20 at heart.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, like basically my spirit, everything about me is 28.
Yeah.
You know?
So, you know, but no, the thing is I see all these other guys that are literally taking advantage of people, and it makes me angry, and I, you know, have a mouth and I can't shut up because I'm a contractor. Most of us have mouths, we can't shut up.
Right.
Like, and that's the thing, like that's who I am as like at heart, and I want to be like, hey, like what you're doing is wrong and it's kind of fucked up, so stop doing it, you know. And so that's why I clash so much with a lot of people. But dude, I mean, your results were phenomenal, like right off the bat, bro. Like
I was shocked.
Yeah, and
I didn't have a slow season.
Oh, yeah,
there was no slow season. That's and I'll tell you what, dude. That gives me peace of mind as a business owner, as someone who I can look at my employees in the eye and I don't have to say, hey man, I have to lay you off in the wintertime.
Yeah.
Like, because I don't have to lay you off now. You know, I have an avenue that's different than everybody else.
And the cool thing too is like most businesses actually have the same, not only the same financial structure, like the same financial wheel, but they also have like even though like profits for a roofing company are usually around 15%, okay, give or take. And so like someone like you're not charging what these guys are charging for like roofs and stuff like that,
right? Because
you're doing air duct cleaning, but you have a higher profit percentage, right? So it ends up equaling roughly about the same when you put the volume into, you know, the structure, and it usually ends up equaling. So, and that's the cool thing. And dude, I mean, this year you're on track to do, I think a little over, I estimated the numbers to be around a little over $500,000, which is pretty big considering what we just took you from.
Yeah.
And dude, that's sick. And and now you know, we've grown you over the last, you know, let's say 10 months. And through COVID, I mean, dude, through COVID, you literally increased. You know, we did that for a lot of people, actually. We took full advantage of the fact that everybody's at home on Facebook right now doing this, okay, which is what I do, like, all day, every day, so for the most part. And so, I mean, we took full advantage of that, and that skyrocketed things too. And now, you know, the crazy thing is, dude, is like in 10 months, you just went and bought another truck, you're getting another crew together, and possibly expanding into a whole new city.
Well, not just that, you know, I now have a headquarters. I was able to get a building. So now my employees no longer are coming to my home or storing vehicles at their home, which is inconvenient for everybody. You know, I was able to get a building and able to set my guys up with their own garages, and now everything's going to move systematically. I actually have a process for them. And adding another van, I mean, to be honest, that's bigger than I ever thought I would be. And you know, sky's the limit with what you're offering, with how we're able to attract attention to our business. So, I mean, you know, a fourth van's possible? Yeah, a fourth van's possible. A fifth van's possible. I mean, it makes possibilities. And now
here, the greatest thing about this is the algorithm. So once after like about a month or so, well, first month we usually take the build because it's a process. After things are built and they're moving, about another month in, we get an algorithm. And then that's the algorithm that we can say, okay, so now you spend this much, this is what you're gonna get in leads. And then it ends up, we make sure it stays true, and then we just say, we make sure that it's profitable, make sure everything's good, it's on, you know, it's in the budget. And then we say, okay, you want more leads? Spend more money. Because
it's
now
a vending machine at that point.
Right, it's a vending machine. Right, it's like, how many sodas do you want? So, and that's really the key to really expanding and growing companies. A lot of people are still stuck in the old ways. A lot of people are still doing, you know, newspaper or whatever the hell they do. I actually forgot newspapers even existed.
And I was going to say, it's interesting because when I was explaining when I was leaving everybody, you know, because I was able to turn off Home Advisor, I'm able to turn off Angie's List, I'm able to turn off all these people that were trying to get me leads. I'm not even on the radio anymore. You know, because, you know, radio ads didn't do anything for me, really. You know, people heard the name, you know, it didn't really get you the sales. Didn't get you leads.
It will in the long run. It's just that it takes a lot of repetition, whereas Facebook doesn't.
No.
And here's the thing too, is like we're doing more than that. I mean, we put you on the local listing, Literally all of them. We started ramping up the SEO.
Mm-hmm.
We started doing your ads. We even started doing some stuff with Google,
mm-hmm.
AdWords and stuff like that. And then and on top of that, we're also, we give you a content management system
mm-hmm.
to work with. We're giving you all these tools, and we're plugging in, and we're building pipelines, and that's the biggest thing. You're getting a pipeline for an email base, a text base, a voicemail drop base. You're building this up so that you can recycle leads, which is a good thing to do.
Yeah.
No lead is a dead lead, and even after you make the sale, there's still other things that you can do with it. So like some people have other services, right? Like for instance, you can go do an air duct cleaning, and then start getting all these people in, right, and get a text pipeline or a voicemail pipeline, and then offer a major discount on like a UV system.
Yep.
And be like, hey guys, we should do this.
Yeah, we should definitely do the UV light. It kills germs and bacteria. Yeah. If you're worried about your family's health, there's nothing better than UV filtration.
Yeah, well, I was just thinking in general, no, we should actually do that.
Yeah.
I don't do that. That sounds like a really good plan. So because we already have a huge pipeline. Like we already have a whole contact list. We have all these different ways of doing it. And other things too is like we're letting the bots do a lot of stuff too by allowing them to keep the, to
mm-hmm.
basically help us with the communication end, which increases your conversion rates.
Yeah.
So it's a big deal because you don't want to get out to the house and have somebody not show up, or you don't want to get out there, you don't want to go to call somebody and have people not answering the phone. So we're hitting them a bunch of different ways to make sure that we're getting those high conversion rates.
And they are high conversion rates.
Yeah, and so, and a lot of people at the end of the day, the last thing that you want to do as a business is buy leads from a freaking third party, dude. It's like the worst thing you do. If I buy leads from a third party company, I'm not building my brand.
Right.
Okay, I'm not focusing on what I should be doing, right?
Right.
I'm literally wasting money, and I'm relying on someone else to run my business. How does that help me in the long run? It doesn't. It's stupid.
And what they're doing too is not only are they trying to push that lead to you, they're pushing it to every competitor out there.
Yeah.
So, you're paying for it, they're paying for it.
Yeah, you're getting
and everybody starts chopping each other out.
If you're gonna invest your money, invest it back in yourself. Don't invest it in these third-party bullcrap things, because those things come and go, and then you're always looking for the next. Build your brand,
mm-hmm.
build it solid, build it sustainable, like build it so you don't need to rely on people. That's the way it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
If you want to retire and you want something running and functioning, you don't want to be looking for the next guy who says he's a guru to do some shit. Like, that's stupid.
Right.
Like it just makes no sense. Just do it right the first time, and then that's it.
And what I was saying is when I was canceling all these marketers, they're like, why are you canceling us? And I'm explaining what you're doing and building the bots and the AI integration and all this other stuff, and they're like, we have no clue about that.
Yeah.
We have no clue. You got to let us know the results. Let us know if he can teach us. I'm like, no, I'm not sharing that shit with you.
Right.
I can't.
Yeah. I mean, again, I have, I come from a background of, I'm a regular person.
Yeah.
I just dumped money into the education, just did all stuff. And the thing is that at the end of the day, like, computers are my thing.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be your thing. And that's the thing. It doesn't have to be, because I'm on your side. I'm not selling you leads, right? I'm helping you build your business.
Yep.
And that's the difference. And so I don't know. Anyway, yeah, I mean, that pretty much wraps it up. I just wanted to kind of get a couple questions,
awesome,
ask a couple questions.
I'm glad we actually had the time to sit down and do this.
I know, dude. We've
overdue.
So, just so you guys know, my clients end up becoming like family, and every time we go to do this, we either end up hanging out and doing other stuff. Aaron was just sitting here playing some VR.
Yeah. First time ever VR. See, he's the computer guy. I am not. You surround yourself with winning teams, and he's part of my squad here.
Yeah, so, man, no, awesome. And I appreciate, you doing the testimonial.
Absolutely. My pleasure.